Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Short a rotation play, nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, one of the great stories is Julius Randle becoming an all-star in New York. Randle said it's been a lot of hard work paying off. As a shooter, a passer, a leader, you name it, I've gotten to flip the script on my own reputation, while also helping with this larger thing we have going, changing the reputation of our entire franchise. Mission accomplished, Kevin.
Yep, he's big enough to handle it. His performance speaks loudly. Thank you, D.A. And Greg, with over a decade you had in the NBA, is there an opening night that you remember most?
Man, that very first time putting on that Knicks jersey. The game was in Orlando. I played 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, and I'll never forget that night.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. The guard spots are filled by Ball and Rozier.
Here we go.
Up to the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. And it's Harrell in at the 5. And for the Knicks, in the forward positions, Barrett and Randle. Derrick Rose is out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Robinson in at the center, filling out the middle. Ball, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Rose, good.
And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
Now, here's Rozier. Sheds over Fournier, and it's Rozier that time on the assist by Hayward.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. Doesn't matter, just make shots.
And one thing that separates Randle from other guys is his size. That spin move. He can do it off the drive, in the post, now going either direction.
And whirling around the floor, Greg, is there anyone Randle reminds you of?
I mean, they're different players, but Akeem Olajuwon had an unbelievable spin move. Takes a lot of body control, especially for taller guys. But when you do it well, man, it is tough to stop.
And he makes both free throws.
It's very hard to envision a tougher start to a young man's career. Think back, Julius Randle broke his leg in his first NBA game. But to his great credit, he wasted no time getting healthy and becoming productive.
And the 3 ball is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Bridges attacking. Banked in off the glass.
It's solid at just cutting through the defense. Give Bridges a lane, and he'll make you pay.
Rose passes to Randle. Back to Rose. Randle outside. The tray. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Randle's got 5.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Ball with the bucket.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Fournier. New York moving the ball around. Back to Randle. Outside Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Boy, the game of basketball has exploded in Europe, and in one country in particular, France. Evan Fournier has been a fixture on the French national team, and he has got some incredible teammates.
Your Knicks City Dancers.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Charlotte making some changes. Now, here's McDaniels. Defense is right there. Here's Washington. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. For Fournier, he's joined in the international competitions by NBA Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Boy, what a great 1-2 punch for the French, including those two. 9 players from France saw time in the NBA in the 2021 season. Gives you some sense of how the talent pool continues to expand. Incredible.
Now, quickly. Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. And the wide open shot from Reddish. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Impressive. 5 straight makes. Love the play calling here.
Knicks lead.
Pass to Plumlee.
10.
He kicks to Oubre. Passes it to McDaniels. Clock at 6. That's tipped. Gibson with the steal. Works against Thomas. Reddish. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
Will it go? It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. .51 seconds left to play in the first. Washington blocked again.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Now, here's Burks. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Oubre finds Thomas. Back to Oubre. Shoots over Burks. And the Hornets miss again.
Well, seized up just a little bit at the last second. That's when he normally converts.
Hornets ball.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Thomas against Quickly. Outside Thomas. The 3. And they recover it.
Well, this is a tremendously long defender who's got incredible timing. Noel understanding how to contest shots.
And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly.
Your Knicks.
Well, an incredible lead for Julius Randle shooting the ball. Breaks down what's made the difference for him.
It's really just all about just me getting into my shot quick and just, everything with my shot. It starts with my base and my feet, my footwork. And that's really all it is, making sure I have a strong base. I'm using my legs, just getting into my shot with speed. It's always fun to get back to that.
Wow, so interesting, isn't it, to hear that focal point for his shooting?
And people often focus on the windup or the release, but It all starts with that foundation in the lower body.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New York.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Well, they've established their presence in the paint tonight also. And a lot of their scoring coming from down low so far.
Randle and Robinson make up the inside pair. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. And it's Rose in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now, here's Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Randle. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Bridges dishes the ball. Kicks it to Hayward. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Barrett. New York leading by 5.
And it's not talked about all that much, but Barrett makes a huge contribution on the glass.
Right. He's aggressive. He's instinctive. He has added good weight, and the athleticism to beat people to those 50-50 balls is important.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Rozier against Fournier. Outside ball. Off target with his 3.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Ball against Rose. Here's Randle, and Randle throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
22.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Ball, the pass to Rozier. He kicks it to Harold. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. On the wing, Rozier. Back to Hayward. That shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. There's the triple. Knicks with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Barrett kicks to Randle. To the right side. In the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
13. 2 minutes remaining.
Rozier against Fournier from the arc. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Rose finds Barrett. 1:43 left now here in the second. Bridges with it. Defended now by Fournier. And Doris, that flow state that athletes can achieve where you're in a groove. When you played and you really had it going, what was it like?
You know what, Kevin, I love the descriptions of players like Damian Lillard or Steph Curry when they are really cooking. They talk about the basket is the size of the ocean, that they hear no noise, they see no defenders. They are simply in this state where all the work they've put in has come to pay dividends, and it's so unique and so amazing to watch.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Reddish. On the wing quickly. Outside Gibson. Oubre with the steal. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Over to the wing. Plumlee sets the pick for Thomas. There's the drive. Over quickly. And Gibson sends it down.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first half. Burks the pass to Quickly. Now here's Noel. He's covered by Washington. Noel dishes to Burks. Just 5 to shoot. from downtown. Great D that time from Oubre. Hornets trail by 7. Here he goes. And finished off by Oubre.
Now the young fella showing no fear. Oubre driving in with reckless abandon.
Oubre against Burks. The pass to Quickly. Here's the 3. That one's not going to go. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. New York ahead. They're up by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Coach. Your team has found success when they've gotten the ball into the paint. Is that the goal, to do more of that in the second half?
Yeah, we want to play inside out, force them to collapse, and then we got to share the ball. We have to make quick decisions. When we move the ball quickly, we'll get good shots. But if we hold on to it, they're not going to be high percentage shots.
The ball finds energy, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. So far through the first 2 quarters, Julius Randle has really stood out.
His shooting says it all. He's been a force at the offensive end. No one has had an answer for him, at least a good answer. Who knows what it'll take to break his rhythm? No one's been able to step up.
And now let's take a look at our power rankings and see who's ahead in the early going.
A look here now at New York. They need to step back and take a look at what's going wrong. Mistakes have killed them, not just turnovers, but poor decision making. This is a team everyone wants to play right now to get a W.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. On the court for the Hornets. Up in the forward spots, it's Hayward and Bridges. The guard spots are filled by Ball and Rozier. And Harrell's in at the center. Rose kicks to Randle. Shot clock at 6. And he converts the layup. Randle's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Knicks.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Here's Hayward. Knicks with the rebound. Randle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And last year, Randle averaged double digits on the glass.
Right, he was especially effective on the defensive glass. In fact, Randle has been much more engaged defensively. His improvements on offense overshadowed that a bit, but his improvement defensively is real, guys.
Here's Rozier after R.J. Barrett's bucket.
How about the timing? The rejection by Julius Randle. Read that one beautifully.
Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Robinson. Puts it up from 17, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Now here's Hayward. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Barrett against Ball. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
This is who R.J. Barrett is. Fearless scorer, wants to draw contact and get himself to the line.
First one falls for him.
Working on consistency with that jumper. You can see Barrett has improved his shooting mechanics. Much more repeatable motion now.
And so Barrett nails both of them. You can see Barrett looks a lot more comfortable now from every spot, Greg, on the floor.
From 3, mid-range, the free throw line. When he knocks down shots, defenders have to creep up to stay connected. And that's when he can put the ball on the floor and get by people.
Al Fournier following the miss by LaMelo Ball from deep. And it's Rose penetrating, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Rose has got his second bucket.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
The loudest section gets free T-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest. Your Knicks City Dancers.
Washington's checked in for the Hornets. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. In third, the Knicks.
Last year, they were so good at generating open looks from distance. That's why their three-point shooting was so high.
Randle against Bridges. Outside, ball. Three-pointer, Hayward. Randle grabs the board. Randle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now here's Rose. Down low, Robinson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
Mitchell Robinson on the floor for his defense unequivocally, but this young guy is really coming on the offensive end. Great job drawing the contact.
And the first one drops. And given Robinson's upside coming out of college, it was a little bit of a surprise that he fell to the second round.
And he's more of a classic big. It won't stretch the floor. You're not going to run the offense through him. But, boy, you can't teach size and athleticism. And that's what he brings to the party.
Well, I think the team found a steal in a second-round pick back in 2018. Mitchell Robinson, big-time athlete, big-time shot blocker, and I believe he has the work ethic to turn him into an offensive force.
2 minutes remaining.
Now, here's quickly.
2 minutes.
Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. And Noel kicks to Reddish. And a fast break now for the Hornets. For 3, Oubre bangs home the trifecta. Oubre's got 5.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by New York?
There's a screen. Burks the pass to Quickly. To the middle. Here's Robinson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
22.
Thomas against Quickly. Goes up at the stripe. And the shot falls short this time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, here's Burks. Here's Robinson. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Thomas surveying the D. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. That one off the back iron and out.
With him scoreless in the latter part of this one, it's awfully hard to come back.
Noel, a screen on Oubre. Quickly finds Noel. Good on the shot. And the Knicks lead by 17.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
22.
Thomas passes to Plumlee, and the call will be against Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Randle subbed in for Noel. Ball's checked in for Charlotte. Oubre on the wing. Burks covering. Thomas passes the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Driving inside.
Knicks
Taken third overall in 2020. LaMelo Ball is a unique player. Like his brother Lonzo, very tall at the point at 6'6", and he'd much rather pass it than shoot it.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
Ball hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Randle outside. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Knicks lead by 15. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Come on, man.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Hornets trail by 15. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Sharing the wing spots, Fournier and Barrett. Julius Randle is out there with Taj Gibson, and it's Burks in at the point. Just 4 to shoot. Bridges kicks to Hayward. Lets it go from deep, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before a second violation. And New York making a change here. Rose is checked in.
Into the lineup for your New York Knicks, Derrick Rose.
New York leading by 15. Pass to Barrett. Here's Fournier. 6 to shoot. Randle with a screen for Fournier. And there's Randle on the assist from Fournier. And it's 13 points for Julius Randle.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Perilous screen on Rose. Ball, the pass to Hayward. Bridges sets the screen for Hayward. Back to Ball. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, you can see how dialed in Gordon Hayward can be. When he's on his game, the vision is exceptional.
New York shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Now here's Rose. Passes it to Randle. Barrett with the ball. Randle outside. Kicks to Fournier. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Bridges outside. Going inside. Some solid defense from Rose. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for New York. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now here's Rose. Burks a screen on Ball. Rose kicks to Fournier. Back to Rose. New York needs to get off a shot. Burks can't get it to go.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Hayward against Barrett. Hayward right side. And he can't bank that one in. New York leading by 14. Rose passes to Fournier. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Burks with it, now guarded by Harrell, and he gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Knicks lead.
You give Alec Burks a little daylight, this guy is ready to fire.
Ball against Rose. Pass to Hayward. There's the lob. lob to Bridges, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Oubre's checked in for Gordon Hayward. Fournier against Rozier. There's the pass to Rose. And the call will be against LaMelo Ball. That's his third foul of the game.
First team. Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Randle with a screen for Rose. 5 on the clock, and he lays it straight in.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Knicks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Julius Randle.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Oubre kicks to Rozier. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 13 feet away. Robinson pulls it in. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now here's Randle. Back to Rose. Randle a screen on Ball. Here's Robinson. Poked away. Now Rozier. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. With Julius Randle. And Julius, you get it done at multiple ends. Where has your focus been in terms of approach?
Just taking what the defense gives him. I'm a lot more patient, let the game come to me. Don't really try to force things as much. Sometimes I get out of character, but just try my hardest to let the game come to me the most.
Well, you were a big part of the win tonight, Julius. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now our New Balance player of the game, Julius Randle.